Decisions, decisions. Now, when it comes to dumb phones, a lot of us are looking for a phone that literally connects to no app store or internet services such as browsers, and two devices are on the horizon. These two devices include the Light Phone 3 and the Mudita Kompakt. I know for myself, it's a really hard decision to decide between these two devices. Though they are similar in mindset and design theory, they are both quite different, and I'm guessing a lot of you are trying to decide between both of these devices as well. When looking at these devices, you can see that the designs are very different. Though they both have a design mindset of staying off your device as much as possible, both of these devices look quite different and will appear quite different in the hands. As far as dimensions are concerned, the dimensions are a little bit similar, but there are some key differences. The Mudita Kompakt will be a longer device, but a thicker device, and the Light Phone 3 has a more square appearance. Now, depending on how you want the device to feel in the hand, I'm guessing the Mudita Kompakt will of course feel more of a phone-esque, whereas the Light Phone 3 is kind of in a league of its own. I don't have many square devices. The last device I saw similar with a square design was actually the BlackBerry Passport, which a lot of people really liked. Now, besides the design appearance, the major difference is the display. The Light Phone 3 is touting a matte glass AMOLED display, whereas the Mudita Kompakt is going the e-ink display route. Both of these choices are very different, and if you're deciding on whether you want the Light Phone 3 or the Mudita Kompakt, you're going to have to look closer of your device usage and what you can live with or live without. Now, the Light Phone 2 had an e-ink display, but it seems that the Light Phone company is moving towards an AMOLED matte glass display because of the feedback they received from the community. If you've never used an e-ink device, there are some things you need to know. There will be a refresh or a screen blinking. There's also some ghosting and the overall feeling of lagginess, especially compared to smartphones. Now, if you're used to using e-ink displays, for example, on a Booksmama or even an Amazon Kindle, you know this experience and you know what e-ink feels like. But if you've never used an e-ink device, this could be quite jarring. It could be easy to get used to, or it could be something you just can't live with. So when you're deciding on the device, you really need to decide, is e-ink right for you? Now, I can see the Light Phone 3, why they've migrated to having an AMOLED matte glass display, because a lot of people were complaining or giving constructive criticism that texting on the device was difficult for the Light Phone 2. Also, for directions or applications that you need to be updated or refreshed quite quickly, could lag a little bit with e-ink displays. I think it's an interesting transition, and I'm really curious to see how it will look in person. Now, in relation to the design, you'll notice some different features on both of these devices. The Light Phone 3 notably has a wheel located on the left-hand side. This wheel will allow you to access certain functionalities in tools, for example, to increase or decrease the brightness of the device. And the Mudita Kompakt also has a unique feature with the control panel button, which will enable you to easily access the control panel by simply selecting the button. Both of these devices also have a fingerprint and power button reader, USB-C charging, and of course, cameras. Well, camera in the case of the Mudita Kompakt. The Mudita Kompakt has a single camera located on the rear of the device, and this is an 8 megapixel camera. When you take pictures on either of these devices, they will appear black and white, but if you send them to another device, they will be in full color. The Light Phone 3, on the other hand, has two cameras, a rear-facing and a front-facing camera. The rear-facing camera is 50 megapixels and the front-facing is 8 megapixels. So depending on what you want to use your device will depend on the device that is right for you. A lot of digital minimalists don't see the necessary addition to having cameras on their devices, but a lot of us, when we're with our devices, we wish we had a camera that was a better quality with us. For example, I've been using my Barbie phone. It does have a camera, but the quality is not the best. It's great for, I need to take a picture of something quick to remember, But as far as looking back on memories, I don't think I'll be using that device for remembering certain moments. So again, this is a preference. If you're somebody who carries an additional camera with you or doesn't really need a camera on their device, this won't be an issue just to have a single rear-facing camera. Now, the Mudita Kompakt also has an audio jack. This is a heated debate within the digital minimalism community. I am somebody who loves audio jacks. I use wired headphones in general when I can, but I do use Bluetooth headphones as well. I can either have a take it or leave it stance on this, but a lot of people are diehards, and the Mudita Kompakt does have an audio jack, whereas the Lightphone 3 does not. Now, looking at the devices, of course, by design, you also want to notice the materials that they're made out of. I was almost tricked by this. The Mudita Kompakt on their website says it has a aluminum frame. So I had interpreted this without reading the rest, that it was an aluminum material on the outside. Well, in fact, the aluminum frame is within the phone, and on the outside it is plastic. So it will feel like plastic in the hands, though the materials inside will be protected by aluminum framing. The Lightphone 3, on the other hand, is a mix of aluminum and recycled plastic, as well, of course, as the glass display. It's important to note that the Lightphone 3 has a recycled plastic backing because you can remove the battery, and this is an excellent feature for those of you, like myself, who love removable batteries and love being able to change them out when the battery is losing its life. When it comes to battery, you can recharge the devices, of course, with USB-C, but the Mudita Kompakt comes with wireless charging. If this is a feature that you must have, you will have to look at the Mudita Kompakt rather than the Lightphone 3. When it comes to the device itself, internally, they both have their own custom operating systems. LightOS is quite known within the Lightphone community. All of those who are already using Lightphone 2 know the applications that are available, know that updates come out regularly with new tools. The Mudita Kompakt will also have its custom OS. You can see the list of apps. These are changing regularly, so there are new ones added, and we don't have the full complete list and specs or even the name of this operating system, but I'm sure it will be coming out soon enough. As far as connectivity is concerned, I saw that the Lightphone 3 has 5G and 4G LTE capabilities, whereas the Mudita Kompakt is still unknown. I don't see the connectivity mentioned anywhere on the website yet, but I'm sure when the Kickstarter campaign is launched, we'll have more details regarding this. As far as carrier compatibility, you can go on the Lightphone 3 website and enter your country, and you'll be able to see a list of carriers that the phone should work with. The Mudita Kompakt does not have this feature yet, so we are holding our breath to see which bands it will support and which carriers will be able to support this device. Both of these devices have hotspot capability, which is important for those of you carrying companion devices. Whether this is a tablet, a computer, or something that you need to connect to access the internet, you will have this possibility with both of these devices. Another interesting difference is the SIM cards. So they both have dual SIM cards, but they do it a bit differently. The Mudita Kompakt has 2 active SIM cards, so these are 2 slots that you can insert 2 physical SIM cards with. Whereas the Lightphone 3 is touting a nano SIM tray as well as eSIM capability. So depending on how you use your dual SIMs will determine which device fits your lifestyle. Now, taking a step back, and if I had to choose a device for myself, it's a really hard choice. One device has features that I really like, and the other device also has features that I really like. Currently, I am backing the Lightphone 3, but it is getting more and more tempting to switch the Mudita Kompakt. There are so many unknowns still for this project. We don't know the price of the Mudita Kompakt. We also don't know the connectivity as regards to 4G or 5G, and we don't know the exact release date. Of course, there are rumors circulating about the Mudita Kompakt being less expensive than the Lightphone 3, which is on pre-order for 499 euros. And yeah, there's just a lot of unknowns to going into each of these devices, and we don't have the device in hand to compare, of course. The Lightphone 3 has released an engineering sample demo, whereas the Mudita Kompakt is just some images and we don't see it in hand yet. So if I had to make a choice today which device to get, I honestly have no idea. I am still backing the Light Phone 3 for now, but my decision could change in a couple months, and it's just really hard to decide between these two devices. I like that they're both designed to get people off their devices. I like the philosophy of the digital minimalism aspect for both, and honestly, I like the privacy aspect too for both devices. It's really hard, but I hope by comparing these two devices with the information that we have available now, this will help you decide which device you're supporting or not. I mean, it doesn't matter to me either way. Again, it's a really hard decision to choose between these two devices, but I think either device is honestly a good option at this point to get away from your smartphone if you're like myself and are just chronically addicted to apps and social media. Thank you again so much for watching, and see you soon.